What is up, you guys? This is All Day Any Day One on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you a Red Dead Redemption Online video. And with this video, I'm going to be giving you is basically just a beginner's guide or beginner's tips, things you should know when you do go into Red Dead Redemption Online. So there's a few things that are pretty simple, and you're going to learn it in the game, but some things you don't necessarily, it doesn't really go into depth with. And some of these things I'm going to be explaining to you is how to make some decent amount of money, how to get some XP, what you should be doing, and pretty much what gameplay there is. Now, keep in mind this is only the beta version right now, so whenever the full release comes out, I will be doing another one because there will more than likely be more game modes. Hopefully, there will be more game modes because right now there's just not that much. But we're going to go ahead and start off with the first tip.
Oh, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a knife in the back for a knife in the back.
So the first thing I'm going to go over is the progress. So with the progress, it's going to show you your story missions, awards, and ranks, and well, rank unlocks. And with the story missions, the way that works is you're going to choose to be either honorable or dishonorable, and you'll have certain missions. So those three first missions is for it's gonna help you build your honor or help you build your dishonor. I'm not completely finished with my story, but the last parts, so after you do the first three, the other missions after that are going to be depending on whether you're honorable or dishonorable. And then with being dishonorable, like if you get dishonored maxed out, you're going to be able to unlock a new costume or new outfit or honorable. And you can also get a lot of money from doing the missions on dishonorable. I'm not exactly sure how much you can get from honorable because with dishonorable missions, you can do like train heists and you'll do thefts and whatnot, which results in getting a hefty amount of money. And then for, like I said, with the awards, you can get certain costumes, certain awards, and you can also get belt buckles, which will obviously it's a belt buckle, so it's going to go on your waist. And with the ranks, each rank is going to have a new item in them, and the ranks go all the way up to level 100. But I don't think there's anything unlockable at 100. But that's pretty much it. We're going to go ahead and go on to the next part. So the next thing we're going to go over is your abilities. So with the abilities, you're going to have one Deadeye card and then three passive cards. And the way you unlock them is you have to, first you need to reach a certain level. And with a Deadeye, you're going to get three Deadeye cards available at the start of the game. Not at the start of the game, but after you complete the introduction. I would highly recommend going with the first one, the A Moment to Recuperate, because when you use Deadeye, you get health back. The other ones, the third one, you mark your enemies, and the second one, you increase the damage for your team. But it doesn't stack if someone else has the same one. And then for the passive ability cards, you have a damage one, a health one, and a defense one. Damage one is going to allow you to do more damage, obviously, with your weapons. The health one is going to help you survive more. So when you get a kill, you get a little bit of health back. And then with the defense one, you take less damage. And also, you can upgrade your cards when you rank them up. When you rank them all the way up, you have to pay $350 to rank them up. But you also have to pay $50 to buy a new card as well. But it's not too hard to make money once you start getting further in the game. So for this one, this is going to be your player stats. So with the player stats, you're able to see your general, your health, stamina, and deadeye. You can see the levels of your stamina and deadeye and general, and your health to see like which one is closest to leveling up and whatnot. I would also highly recommend for everyone that's starting out to not put points into stamina because stamina is the easiest one to level up. And as you can see on here, my life stats, the total cash earned and total cash spent is bugged. That is not how much I've made. I've made about 800, maybe $900 and spent 600, about $600. So 600 to $700. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll get fixed whenever they do the full release. But like I said, I would highly recommend leveling up or when you start out, increase your health because the health is going to be the hardest one to level up because you have to either get fist fights, bow shots, fishing, or some other physical strength related activity. But for fist fighting, I don't know how to actually start that because you can't use your fists. Every time you use your fist, you pull your gun out. And then with stamina, all you have to do is run or swim. And then with Deadeye, it's easiest if you just get headshots. Keep getting headshots and your Deadeye will build up. Or you can do hunts. You can just go hunting. And for this one, it's going to just be, it's the same thing in the story mode, how you can check your horse. You want to be able to increase the bonding level for your horse, and then you can also increase the health and stamina and the cleanliness and mood. It's going to be pretty important, so that way it helps build the bond and whatnot up. And the easiest way to build that up is just when you're off your horse, when you're not mounted, you're just going to hold the L1 or L2 button. I'm not sure what button configuration you guys have. And then you're going to use pat, feed, brush, and just, make sure it's comfort and whatnot. It'll help you increase the bonding for your horse. But like I said, this was already in the single player, so most of everyone should know. But for those of you that haven't, for some reason, done the single player, it's going to be pretty important to do that. So next up is going to be your fast traveling and different game modes. So fast traveling, you can actually just go to these little posts out in the free roam, and you'll notice them on your map. They're gonna have a fast travel symbol, and you can use this to pretty much fast travel anywhere. It is gonna cost you though to fast travel, but you can also fast travel if you go into your menu. So you'll see in just a little bit, I'm gonna show you where it is. So when you go to your menu, you can fast travel, do free roam, posse. You can free roam to Amberino, Lemoyne, New Hanover, New Austin, and West Elizabeth. The thing is, it will just put you not necessarily somewhere random, but just in the main spot, not in the main city or anything. And then you have only 3 different playlists. Right now, I believe Race Series is just not great because you don't really get to race people. They're going to be shooting you. But with the other two, is actually a really good way of getting XP, especially the 32 player one. It's really good of XP and money. So another pretty decent way of making money and XP is going to be doing your series. Now the problem with doing series though is you can have other players intervene and they can pretty much mess it up for you just by killing the horse that you're carrying around, whatever, with the wagon. If you're doing honorable, it seems to be mainly honorable missions where other players can intervene and just mess it up for you, mess up the mission. But with dishonorable missions that I've noticed, it never gave the option to have other enemies or other players come in to intervene. Unless it's a theft. If it's a theft like the wagon one, then other players can come in and intervene. But like I said, this is a pretty decent way. It's also pretty fun if if you're just wandering about and just doing whatever. And it's nice because they do have their own little story, because you have to go to each stranger. Each stranger is just a different person. So it's like little side missions you're doing. But like I said, it doesn't give a lot of money and a lot of XP, but it's still a pretty decent way of making it.
Like a gentleman, Good. They're over at Fort Brennan.
So next up is going to be your catalog book. So with the catalog book, you're going to be able to purchase pretty much anything you want from wherever you're at. But the thing with the catalog book is you're going to have to pick it up or pick up the items from either a parcel post, or you're going to have to pick it up at your storage chest at your camp. And the way you open up your catalog book is you're going to hold left on your D-pad. And like I said, it's not going to end up coming into your inventory whenever you purchase something. So all the ammo you purchase is going to just be at the parcel post. So you have to end up going all the way over there, or the storage chest, if you want to pick up the ammo or the clothes or food or whatever it is that you're trying to buy. So up next is going to be the butcher. So with the butcher, it's going to be a kitchen knife on your minimap. And the way the butcher works is you're just gonna you can buy meat or you can sell meat and whatnot, fur and fish, which is gonna be a really good way of making money as well. When going fishing or going hunting, you just you know, you get the food, you get the hide, and you just come and sell it to him. It can be a little tedious, but it's a pretty good way of making money if you're really desperate in doing that as well. So up next is going to be the hideouts. So the way the hideouts work is they're not going to be on your map, but they will appear on your mini map as a red house with a skull on it, and it's going to have a giant red area around it, and you'll generally know that's a hideout. So hideouts don't give a lot of XP or a lot of resources or money, whatever, but they do give a decent amount. And especially if you can get headshots, you can get more XP from that. And if you do loot enemies, some of them can give you nine cents. Some of them may give you 50 cents to $1. And it's just a pretty fun, I guess, feature that they have in this. And it's not too hard. If you die, you can always respawn right by it anyways. So there's always that. And now is going to be your, I guess, quick menu. And with the way the quick menu works is you just tap left on your D-pad. You don't hold it because holding it would open the catalog book. But when you tap your left on the left D-pad, you're going to be able to see all these different, I guess, options. Your players, your invites, your posse, your camp, your story, and all this progression and whatnot. And it's nice. And the only way you can really upgrade your camp as well is only through the quick menu as well. But the way it works with the camp is you can increase the size to a small camp or a large camp. The only way you can increase it to a large camp though is you need to have a consistent posse going on. You have to pretty much be playing with other players pretty much all the time in order to have a large camp. And then the white flag, you can either turn it on or off. If you have it on, then other players cannot come to your camp and kill you while you're there. But if it's off, they can come and kill you, which I guess doesn't really make any sense why you would want to have it turned off if you're at your camp, mind your own business, right? And then you can also set where you want to be located at with your camp too when you go into your quick menu. So you don't have to always be at the default area that you were placed in the first place. You can always just reset wherever you're going to be at. But it does cost some money as well. And then for the horse axis, you can turn it to where you can have only yourself using it, your horse, or your friends, or your posse, or pretty much anyone. And then you can also have anyone lead your horse too, or you can have no one lead your horse. And then for the stable, or the specialty, I guess, this is just for your horses. If you have multiple horses, you can set which horse you want to have for certain things. So for free roam, you can have a certain horse. Another one, you can have a different one for the story there, and PvP or competitive, I guess. For racing, you can have a certain horse. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, you have respawn as well. Respawn allows you to just respawn anywhere. But that's pretty much it with this video. If this helped you out at all, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know down in the comment section as well. And yeah, this is all Danny Day 1 on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and peace.
Je suis ravi de l'apprendre.
Away, old man.
Nice world, Mr. Finch.
We